Hello everyone, sorry for delay. Today I will show you my latest workflow where I'm not using quads. You probably know that I hate quads, and we'll try to pass most interesting steps in this process. I don't think it will be a lot of cleanup there because it's pretty nice scan and it almost not required any cleanup. But we'll mostly touching something related to retopology and mostly UVing. I named this workflow for Nanite, virtual geometry, the new method of rendering high polygon meshes in Unreal Engine. To be honest, it's some sort of a speculation, so I never use it in Nanite because I'm not an Unreal Engine user, but it's my idea how to prepare high resolution, high polygon scans for these kind of renderers. And the main thing that even if we have high resolution scans, we still need to do a cleanup. And in this workflow, basic goal for it will make the data possible for cleanup. Maybe it's slightly shifted to my personal style, so it's not too much about cleanup of mesh, because most of my meshes and objects that I'm scanning do not require any cleanup. But still, one thing that always mandatory, even in my scans, it's work with textures. And to work with textures, UV, good UV, human readable UV, is still a must. And in this workflow, it will be almost about how to UV and good UV for scan that should allow us to work with textures with every sort of post-processing, from maybe in painting some missed areas, or just I don't know if it's the scan can have some text, maybe integration best captures for this. So it will be about this. So let's try to start. So for this live stream, I chose small, nice Okinawan shiza made from clay. I really like these small arts, and really hard to resist to not buy some new small shizas and after visit of Okinawan Islands. Okay, still loading. I'm downloading from net. Okay, so this is 37 million polygon. Yeah, so I already imported raw mesh to zBrush. Yeah, so you can see that it's almost not required cleanup. Maybe some areas inside eyes can be need to be cleaned. Usually these areas can require some work, but not sure if we'll worry too much about this. Okay, okay, so let's see, 70 million. Is this the final one? So yeah, nice scan. 70 million looks like. Yeah, just this time I will try to skip some steps, so I will not try to export from reality capture or so I will use some data that I already used before, but some steps we will see together. Normal base set 2 layers. Yeah, the color is slightly incorrect at this moment because these images, they are in Profoto color space and monitor this as RGB, so it's shifted to green. So I think for cleanup it's maybe only these parts of painted with glossy paint will be needed, but we will do this, or I will do this actually in after retopology. So because the goal for this object scan was high resolution mesh, and looks like I exported. Yeah, no, it's 8 million. Yeah, 8.5 million. So yeah, so I just exported 8 million polygon mesh. By the way, let's see what UV topology we have and why this can be critical to. Yeah, so even if Unreal Engine and Nanite can handle this kind of textures because it processes the data on lower time, it's maybe for this specific scan this is not critical, because I think this texture can be used without any cleanup, maybe just some cleanup can be needed. These kind of textures, sometimes it's just not possible to clean up or in paint using Photoshop or Affinity Photo. That actually I prefer. I know that if you have Substance Painter or Mari, maybe it's not critical for you, and it's even possible to do this in Blender. But in most cases, I usually prefer to work with textures, especially in painting. When I have some areas of textures, like let's imagine, so this object is maybe 4 centimeter tall. Yeah? But if this is a bigger sculpture somewhere on the ground, and if we captured this, we just cannot capture the bottom side of this sculpture because yeah, we just don't see this surface. But in case if we thinking that this sculpture or object will be used somewhere in game engine, and if this will be not stay on the ground but like somewhere like fallen or broken, we need this texture. And personally I usually prefer to create the watertight object with all textures. So, and for that I usually need to in paint missed areas that just not visible, or some areas may be covered by vegetation. So and this kind of work I personally prefer to do in Photoshop, because it still have I just know this much better, and maybe in some latest versions of Substance Painter or Mari, they added better rubber stamp or how it's named, no, not AI based. So it's still much faster, especially when you're working with 16K textures. It's much faster to do cleanup in Photoshop. And this kind of raw texture you just cannot paint, because island can be split somewhere, so it can be some parts, small piece of UV here, rest of here, and for that I just need good UV. And we have 9 million polygon meshes. If you ever try to manually UV such huge polygon count meshes, you probably know that it's actually almost not possible. Even if 3D code or zBrush or Blender can load these meshes without issues right now, then artist controlled UV still not possible for such high polygon meshes. Okay, let's start. Let's delete and delete this one. Save as meow. By the way, how much of us? 5 people. Feel free to ask something. Maybe while I'll do something I can answer. Okay, first, what we need to do, it's maybe will looks like a joke, but first we need to decimate this mesh, because we will do manual or semi-manual UVing. Okay, so I usually prefer to have always have original mesh and do a copy. So let's deformation, polish by crisp edges 100%. So what I will do, I will try to filter out some high frequency details, but trying to preserve sharp edges. He is not UV master, decimation master. Let's do 25% step reprocess current. It will require a little bit time. So 70 million. Why it's 70 million? I don't know. By the way, how my voice? Is this okay? It's not too loud. The music. Actually, I'm trying to find some good background music, but it's so hard to find something that you can use without any copyright issues. So at the end, in the same time, to find something really long. So even if you can use some royalty free, you need to write what you use it. It's so annoying. Processing. Okay, while processing, let's check. Yeah, this Shisa. By the way, the Shisa, it's Ryukyu. It's southernmost islands, Japanese islands, and it's somewhere in between Japan and Taiwan. And this kind of how's its name? It's a gods, but it's kind of guardian. So it's sort of guardian dogs or guardian lions. In China, it's usually fu dog. In Japan, it's Komainu, and in between, and this kind of Shisa. So they not looks like fu dogs, or they not looks like Komainu. In something in between, they're usually smaller and they have more nicer shape. And on Okinawa Islands, you have it's a lot of shops that, or workshops where you even can sculpt this using your hand. And sometime you can find these nice, unusual guardian lions. Okay, it's pre-processed. Did some mate. Let's see. Let's remove color. Okay, geometry, subtool, duplicate, deformation, polish. Okay, let's do again. Yeah, I think it's okay, but let's remove it's from reflection. I think this let's better left. Okay, the plugin delete caches. By the way, don't forget to like my live streams. Okay, pre-process. This time should be faster. And please subscribe. The chart. for people. Yeah, operation complete. Yeah, decimate current. So how much? 2 million. That's still too much. Geometry sub to again duplicate. Deformation. And I forgot to add the custom buttons. Polish crisp edges. Again, okay. Z plugin, delete cache. Z plugin. Oh. Yeah, 1 million. Ultimate estimate current. Okay, this time I will not do a copy. Okay. Right now is a small question. When using this step decimation and using polish crisp edges, we sort of trying to preserve edges, but in the same time we creating a lot of long edges, long polygons that can be hard to work with UV. So even if I want to preserve the edges, I don't really like long thin polygons. And what I can do with this, okay, let's try to do small polish. We lost some details. Let's try to reproject. Why it's slow? It's okay. And okay, one more time. 1 million. Delete cache. $500. Let's do 25%. Step. And it's my current. Wow, what's this floating? Oh, wait, we don't need you. Geometry, modify, delete hidden. Okay. Split two parts to similar. Okay, so it's single one. Okay, now let's do a duplicate and let's move this beads with shift. because I actually want it to be a little bit more decimated. I don't need details here. And deformation. Okay. Uh, 50%. That's 155. Z plugin decimate. Operation complete. La 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 la. Well, let's fix this in ZBrush. Oh, not in ZBrush, in Blender. Yeah, 93,000 polygons. Okay, now we can save us. Save. And okay, let me check what size I did. Actually, in my... Well, so something about 100k polygons should be okay. And now we need to export this object. Okay, let's name this still. 93k. So here, nothing really super unusual. Let's check how far geometry. It's actually not so far. Technically, it's maybe even possible to project. Let's check if we project to the raw mesh. Oh, it was before and projected. It's definitely not the best. But it's because not no smoothing. Okay, let's think. So we saved. Okay, then I will download my file that I already made. Let's check 100. Yeah, that data that I use it for my before this stream. So I think we'll use this one. Yeah. So comparing. Never mind. Next. Blender. What are the questions? What the decision process about why to keep in geometry and what to offload to the normal map for Nanite? Let me check how I can show. Genau, man. Decision. As soon as we working with Nanite, we're not thinking about normals. So Nanite is, as I understand, there is some sort of way to render in real time high resolution meshes. So we will trying to pass to Nanite all possible mesh details that we have in original mesh, and leave all micro details rendering to Nanite. So we will not do a normal mesh at all. So all details that we will have will stay on mesh that we will try to send to Nanite, or for offline render like Arnold or even Blender or Marmoset that can handle quite high polygon meshes. So technically it will be a raw mesh, but with good textures, or mesh that we fixed. What's look? So no normal maps at all. No, it's technically will be possible later bake the high resolution mesh to this low poly for older rasterizers that not use virtual geometry. But yeah, our goal is high resolution mesh. Okay, let's switch to the Blender. We don't need camera. Okay, I don't have import wavefront. Assign shortcut. Control Shift A. Yeah, nice. Projects 3D. Okay, I already copied Z up. Y forward. Other is not important. So there is a statistic. Yeah, 134,000 polygons. Statistic. Light color Z, let's left, mod cop. It's not critical. Let's save us. OBJ. No, not this one. Shit. Ah, no, it's okay. Let's stream. UV. Save us. What tools I will use here? I will use our project Blender for photogrammetry. Here. I will use Path Tool add-on that you can download from GitHub or from Patreon. It's amazing, just the best of the best add-ons that I just cannot imagine my life. Before that add-on I only use it 3D code, but with this add-on I only use Blender finally for UVing process. Okay, let's switch to mesh editing mode, and need this studio, and let's create new window and switch it to UV editor. Ooh. Okay, let's so that's how it should looks like when we will done. But at this moment we don't have any UVs. Select top toggle, and let's do a crazy thing. Oh, why? Never can delete UV maps. Okay, so we don't have any UV maps at all. And we need to start to do a UV map. Let's check. Let's select all toggle, press UV, and so let's trying to do smart UV project. What we have, it's automatic UVing process, so hundreds of small UV islands that we cannot use. So it's not our choice at all. Okay, let's use select path tool. Tool. So we need to switch to enable seam, selection to disable, sharp, use topology distance, correct face attribution, life and wrap. Maybe it can be used, but not. Okay, let's start from something simple. From its okay. So using path tool, I can define some control points, because we don't have any edge loops here and we cannot relate to them. Let's fix this. Maybe we'll not fix. Close the path. Yeah, so if we'll close, it will create the path. It's not going. What? Okay. Yeah, in this version it finally show me the path behind the mesh. And in upcoming version it will be even more exciting feature. At this moment this don't work only in edit mode in 3D viewport, but in newer version that Ivan doing right now, it will be possible to work together in in 3D viewport and in UV viewport. Okay, that's something let's do next. Close path. So right now I try to add some logic in the way how I defining UV islands. So something that I can easily recognize and something that can be some sort of flat surface. So in that case, when we unwrap these islands, they don't have too much distortion. It's not possible to do this perfectly, but still it's better try to do something that will give us not too much islands. Still something that can be used. Okay, second one. What? It's weird. I don't know what's happened. Maybe it's a bug or maybe something. Close path. So when I rotate the mesh, I just trying to see if I kind of follow the edge. This one weird, let's fix a little bit later. Yeah, maybe AI can do some sort of things like this, because automatic processing just cannot. No, maybe it's something possible to define that I want to have edges like this. At this moment, this is not possible. Okay, I hate this kind of edges, and let's fix this. Select the edge, rotate edge. That's much better. Okay, and back to the path. Right now, if I'll just close the path, it will find the closet path that actually not what we really need. We just want follow the feet shape, foot bottom. Okay. This one. It's crazy that this add-on still use Python only. The rendering is GPU based. It's a part of Blender SDK, but still all logic is Python based. Let's fix edge. Rotate edge. Rotate. Decrease. No. Select. Okay, switch to select path. And this time disable and create a new one. Okay, oop. Select. Let's try. Oh, not this one. Just unwrap. I hope it will not crash, because I gave an impossible direction to Blender. I hope I did not make mistake, because yeah, if we can flatten these areas, but this one with crazy topology. That's bad. Blender not responding. Maybe I can... No? Buttons. That was mistake. Let's... Yeah, just imagine that Blender still use only 4 cores for that. It's weird, actually. Oh, yeah, fine, nice. Okay, so thanks Blender that you did this. But yeah, so here we have already something. Let's save. Next, let's try to split. How I can split. Okay. Yeah, I think I will split near the neck because it's kind of logical. Deselect everything. Ah, no, not this. Path 2. Again. And close the path. And now let's try to put our seam as better to the edge as possible. It's old rule for UVing from as I heard from early game dev days, that you usually need to generate UV in areas, so UV seams should be hidden in areas that can hide all rendering errors, all smoothing errors, and usually for that was used the corners and sharp edges that kind of hidden or artifacts can be less visible. So I usually also trying to follow this rule. As much as possible. At the same time, I also really want to cut UV more like a garment, so the on edges that have some sort of discontinuities, or like they become sharper than usual, or I think that's enough. Let's cut this one. Yeah, that thing is not possible in ZBrush. You cannot go inside mesh so easily. When I switch it to ZBrush from 3D CAD, it was the most struggling thing for me, because in 3D CAD it was no issues. In Blender it's also no issues to work from inside topology. Because in I cannot because it's add-on, it's block other user interface elements. This tool should be native tool, but it's so hard to pass any code to a Blender For some reasons, developers so protective against anything they don't think is really needed. Okay, and let's cut immediately. How's it going, people? Is this boring or relaxing to see how someone working? I think it's fine. Yeah, the kind of using the rule, it's better to put edge here. Okay, let's try maybe, but at the same time I want to cut across this border. Okay, maybe in that case let's do something. I also really don't like when kind of corners. Okay, let's maybe move here, put edge here, and put this here. Nope. Oops. Any questions? Okay, it's enough. Six people. That's cool. 6 people interesting in something. So it will cut. And let's unwrap the tail. Yeah, again, maybe personally I would want to put the seam here because it should allow unwrap mesh with less stress to the polygons, but follow the rule. It's better to hide edge seam, and because of that I'll hide here. Or should I not? It's another thing that Yeah, actually, probably should not put seam here, because this area on texture will probably need some works, and it will be stupid to cut island here. So let's cancel, and let's do from this to the top. Should I left? No. It will add some tension that I don't really want. Oops. Okay, let's save. By the way, let's change to 55 something. Oh, it was mistake. And let's unwrap. This time should be a little bit faster. How much time we already? Almost 1 hour. Whoa. Okay, maybe I will show some how I choosing UV seams on the face, and maybe some, yeah, much better, some tricks, not tricks, Shift Control A. Yum. Let display stretch. Yeah, we can see why it's always navigate. Grid stretch angle. Yeah, it's actually not so bad. Some stretches here. Okay, let's left there. Green dynamic stretch. UV opacity. UV opacity. No, it's not about these faces. Outline dash. Okay. How also we can cut the islands. So in UV layer UV editor, it's actually possible to, okay, let's select, we can click and control click. Yeah, so it's easily to see maybe where we really want to have the seam, and here we can, oh yeah, not bad, not bad. So, but let's maybe recreate it. Oh, not this one. From this to this. Okay. I think where's this? Yeah, also good one. But again, I'll maybe choose my own control points for this. Should I maybe to this area? It's not bad. Yeah, maybe let's make it a little bit smoother. Do I like it? Let's save. Select all and run. So, dynamically switching between 3D viewport and UV layout, I looking to the shape of UV islands, how much distortions they have, like these holes that squishing hundreds of polygons. Oh yeah, it's much better. Yeah, it's the face, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the face area. Oh, the face. Actually, I would cut the face by this edge, deselect. Let's start from here. Why? Okay, let's do this way. So when I cut, I always trying to think how these areas will be relaxed on UV, like these ears. If I will try to actually I will show later. So it will have bigger polygons here and extremely small polygons on this area on UV, and that will create for us not really well distribution for texture pixels. Is this right? Should I actually maybe not look with Alt with Control? With Control. Maybe I should follow eyebrows. And let's define, close the path. That's fine. Not the super fine, but good enough. Some people saying they don't like UVing. It is actually quite relaxing. The question only in tools, so if you have a tool like this, like a path tool, it's become much easier because you can control the path even on decimated mesh. It's crazy. Because one of the main reasons why people chose the quads, even for non-organic shapes, it was only because quads give you edge loops that can be automatically selected, and that was extremely speed up of viewing process. But if you have quite complicated topology, manual UV unwrapping becomes a pain. But with tool like this, I don't see any pain. It's actually a creative process. Cool. Maybe let's put okay, and let's maybe cut. Let's first cut maybe from this one to, again, maybe it's not the best UV seam because it's almost on the front face of object, but as we will do this for virtual geometry, I'm more than sure it will rearrange the textures. Okay, let's save. Switch to not this one, to this one. Unwrap. Again, slow. I think because I introduced it, yeah. So to unwrap, to relax this UV, it's required a lot of computation. But at least in this mesh we don't have any sort of bridges that can be quite common for some other meshes. Well, let's where this so much tension here. I don't like this one. It's a lot of polygons. Ah, I see. So we try to relax. Yeah, actually we need to cut. Okay, let's add the edge here. Yeah, polygon flow is not the best one. But what thing I really like in Banner that you can work with polygon topology without losing UVs. In zBrush, I think it's just not possible. In 3D Count, it's possible. Okay, how to switch direction? This one. So, no, maybe. Yes. I think after this edge we can skip this process. I will load the final UV mesh. Oh, whoa. And show what we can do. But we really need to prepare the mesh UV for next steps. Okay, I think this one. Do a save. Unwrap. So on start it's required more time, but as soon as you will cut UV islands to be more like flat with less stress inside, with less holes. Let's check where this one. No, I don't like this idea. Actually, maybe. Let's see. What's this area? This one. Yeah, looks like anyway I need to cut something like this. So slowly cutting. Maybe I need to cut the mouth. Oh, actually, I left this hole here. Okay, so this how path tool can help. And let's switch to a next step. Don't save. Stream. So my date. 10 gigabyte trees. Sorry. We don't need camera, but we still need that up, Y forward. Okay, it's our object, and this is our UV new window, UV editor. Synchronization. Let's seams from islands. Shift A. So that's how I cut UV islands. Yeah, at the end looks like I cut these by the two sides. Oh, I don't use it line here. Let's check. So, oh, by the way, nice packing. What I usually do with automatic unwrap. No, it's not unwrapped yet. So let's assume I don't had yet. Yeah. Fill the holes. Angle-based correct aspect. Correct aspect is quite critical. It tries to preserve the scale of UV islands and polygons. And what I usually doing, I doing some minimize stretch. It's stop it automatically. I usually do this. Let's check 1000 iterations. Usually it's better to disable fill holes because it will try to minimize holes if you have them. Yeah, 1000 steps is a little bit too much, but maybe it's a game. And again, only 4 cores. That's weird. How even this possible in 2024? Yeah, I think Houdini in that case much better. And if you're a hobby user, I think you can use apprentice version of Houdini that can do this much faster. And UV packing actually is extremely nice in Houdini, but in Blender we have amazing UV pack master and we'll use it. Why it's still computing? It's weird. This music. What the hell? How I like Blender and how I hate Blender. Maybe from developer's point of view, with such complicated code, it's just not possible to optimize everything. At the same time, I think it was much more optimization if pull request process was much smoother than it's at this moment. But it's something not possible to change. It's crazy that they still can do this work and Blender is still free when so many companies closing, try to make more money. Yeah, looks like it was usually not required so long time. Maybe it's something broken in this version. Control C. Please stop. So I think I will close. So usually I slightly relaxing polygons on UV at this step. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, let's finish this and run one from scratch. We don't need this one, we need... Oh, I forgot. Add shortcut. Don't save. What the fuck? She's at home. Zip up. Import. We don't need. New window. New window. New editor. So after relaxation, I need to pack. Okay, let's just try to average UV islands and back. Let's compare. So this is some sort of non-uniform. Scale UV. Oh. No. Advanced properties. Rotation. Let's set to maybe 5 degree. Normalize scale. Heuristic search. Search times per set 15 seconds. Okay, picking. Zero iteration yet. Picking down. Maybe it's too close to each other. Pixel margin. Margin. Let's set this one. Maybe I disabled animation, so it's not show the progress. Multiply flipping. No, we don't need flipping. Let's see. Yeah, so island area, so 70%. 70% comparing to native back islands, scale exact, boundary shape. So let's measure area. So use 64 and our EV Packmaster managed to do 72. I think maybe if I will enable more angles, maybe can manage to do more, but it's not so critical. What we will do next? After that, yeah, we switch back to our OBJ mode, shade smooth. I think it's okay. And yeah, we need to export selected as the OBJ. Trim. Selected only. Why it's changed? UV coordinates we need. Materials, let's left them selected only, scale. Scale UV. And now let's do a duplicate and trying to import. Yes, it's change rotation. How I hate this. Maybe it's because What are you doing? Export OBJ. Forward set selected. Okay. Control Z, import. Ooh. Even more weird. What are you doing wrong? Is it 90 degree? Actually like this. Z up. No, it's import. Shit. I usually don't have issues with it. Maybe because I did some import and made mistakes, so usually I remember my coordinates correctly. Forward, click. Yeah, import. Yeah, nice. So what do we have now? We have now this Shisa with UVs. Let's try how to go with UVs. And don't tell me that. Okay, yeah, so we have like this. So we have good UV maps and we have low polygon mesh. Now we need to decimate, or not decimate, subdivide this mesh. How we will do this? Let's imagine that we will try to use decimation in zBrush. And let's divide one more time. It's 5 million. Let's see how it actually looks like. So what's made zBrush for us? The Catmull-Clark, or it's Catmull-Clark smooth subdivision or open subdivision. It's actually create not so nice quads with lot of dots with how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, with 8 polygons connected to a single vertex, and it's actually creates a nasty looking mesh if we will use this type of subdivision. And in this specific mesh, I don't have long polygons or polygons with too much difference in size of polygons, but it still have some of them. And in these areas, subdivision like this will still left much bigger polygons than on areas with much more dense. Of course. Why it's so slow on this PC? Maybe it's because I'm doing streaming. Let's see. Any questions for a while? Well, I have time to answer for something. Project. What? How much polygons it was? 5 million or 50 or 50 million? It should not be so much. No, it's insane. Well, I think it's because we're streaming. Audience. Waiting. Yep. Maybe it's not so bad. But I don't like this anyway. Yeah, maybe not the best example. But still, my goal is not these kind of quads. Even if they may be... yeah, I also already subdivided and deleted. So what I will do... Let's... Yeah, okay. Let's save as... It's a stream version. Never mind. Okay, let's save this as stream. And one more time, export this mesh. Let's name it something zBrush, just to be sure that we can import it back without issues. zBrush. And now we need to open this OBJ file inside MeshLab. Yeah, I know we don't have. Insane tool. MeshLab can work with insane size of meshes and can do some interesting things that not possible with other software. But only one thing it can crash in any moment. At least was crashed often in past. And it don't have undo. So all you can do, you can only reload your mesh. Okay, let's enable. So how we will do a subdivision? We will use remeshing simplification. We will use subdivision surface loop. Okay, let's see. Let's first enable a single iteration. And the mesh lib called for something new. And threshold. Let's apply. How much? Oh yeah, it's subdivided almost twice. Okay, but we need more. Let's... Yeah. And as you can see, it subdivides triangles much more uniform. And the best thing that it actually doing, let me check. Yeah, it's not created the... So I had these 8 polygons dots, but it not create them as much as Open Subdivision or Cardinal-Clark will create. And the best thing that it have limiting factor, that edges that smaller than some size will not subdivide it. And that's what we actually need. So our goal here is even distributed polygons, triangles across the whole mesh. And we will do this, I think, 10 times smaller. So looking to the polygons, so 4 million polygons. It's actually slightly relaxing mesh, but it's not a issue for us, because we'll do a reprojection of details in ZBrush after that. Yeah, 9 million polygons. 9 million polygons. And again, another craziest thing, that this method preserving our UVs. 19 million polygons. I think not this one. So if original mesh had it's 37. Is it 30? Oh no, not 37. It's total. 17 million polygons. So our goal somewhere around this. Let's increase. I don't think it should subdivide even more. I hope. Yeah. But yeah, looks like it's okay. Okay, we'll not experiment anymore. Do you remember that I mentioned that this software can crash? And let's do expert mesh and name it 90 million. Front OBJ. We don't need colors. We don't need normals, but we need text coordinates. Save texture files we don't need. In some early versions, sometime it was delete UVs, but I hope this will not happen here. Okay, let's save. So how many people watching? YouTube show me only 3 people and one is it me. So well, only 2 people. Well, on weekend some people will watch this later. So it's 2 hours already. We're actually not so far from the end of this process. Do you have any questions about what actually I'm doing here? In Blender, it's actually possible to subdivide using loop subdivision method, but it's not like subdivision, how it's named, modifier. It's hidden inside edit mode, if I remember right. Deform, subdivide. Yeah, and even if Blender can handle this size of meshes at this moment, it cannot define the threshold for which size of edge we should not subdivide. So in Blender, even if we can subdivide, we cannot unify the polygon size. But that's our kind of main goal for this step, because more uniform mesh, more uniform polygons we will have, it's zBrush reprojection of details will works better. With non-uniform we will have issues on some sharp or teeny edges. With uniform topology we will have less issues like this. Oh, okay, let's left this and switch to the mesh. Maybe it's not fair. Okay, oh yeah, it's done. Okay, ZBrush. So let's duplicate again and do import. $90 million. Okay, let's double check that we still have UV maps. More UV. Yes, we have UVs. Amazing. But we have this kind of weird distribution. How we can fix this? Let's hide this. Let's save just in case. Yeah, save the stream. Okay, sorry, I need to check one thing. Okay. And now we'll work with UVs. And to work with UVs to not destroy our original mesh, we will use UV master and we will work on clone. But in this time we'll work on clone of this high-res mesh. Let's flatten. Yeah, it's required a little bit time. Unwrap it, model. The good thing with UV master that we can flatten UV map and operate with this UV map as we can operate with meshes. So we will relax our polygons. And let's hide. No, let's fill. What we need to do, we need to preserve UV edges, and we will use masking. Where is the masking? Yeah, and borders. Let's maybe expand a little bit. Where's the grow? Grow mask. And now can do, let's do relax. Let's start with not too big one. That's done. So actually we can slightly fix some area. Maybe we can just try to shift smooth, or maybe use move tool, move elastic, or just move to shift. But for our task it's not so critical. Let's disable mask, unflatten. And do copy UV. And where is my geometry? Subtool. Yes. Sorry. Z plugin and Paste TV. And let's check UV map, morph. Yeah, fine. Maybe not the super, but at least this made what I planned to do. Why I not did this in this zBrush file and use it work on clone? Because it's well known that when you work with UVs and doing this flatten and unflatten, it's so easy to change zBrush change something, these transformation coordinates that are critical to back import into to reality capture that we actually will need to do. So 1 second. UV map, unflatten. So now we have mesh with UV that we already like. Let's actually one more time save, just in case. And moving to ray projection. Sometimes I prefer to, let's see, yeah, this one already don't have. So sometimes I can bake ray project directly to high-res mesh, but sometime why it show me dynamic? Because yeah, like this. Sometimes I prefer to bake, or not bake, ray project details first to smooth it mesh. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, let's give a chance. Outgoing people, don't be shy. Write something to chat. Do you like this workflow? Did you got the idea of this workflow? Okay. Yes. By the way, why? I think it's because of poly paint. And here we have common issues when we going back from Blender, from Mesh Lab, where we smooth it, over smooth it, and nothing critical. We just need to polish and repeat. Polishing time, geometry, and again. It's maybe, so let's maybe change the distance a little bit. Yeah, this step can be slightly time consuming because we working on the highest resolution. It's a main drawback for this method because we cannot go back to low subdivision levels. It's much better. I still have some issues here, so let's relax again. Should I use relax? Let's try. It's relax. Yeah, maybe a little bit stronger than polish. But it's quite dangerous to use on quad meshes because it can become insane slow. And okay, let's project the original high poly mesh. I think to try to do the similar thing in a Blender, but how they handle high polygon meshes scaring me still. So I know that I can load 100 million polygon mesh into Blender. I can render this mesh in Blender, but everything with manipulation with this mesh, with transformation of vertices, polygons, can be insane slow. But in the same moment of time, probably I should try. It's not a main goal for Blender Foundation high polygon meshes. It's too ad hoc-ish for them and too enterprise-ish for them. Yeah, projecting. I think because original mesh have much more complicated topology. At this time it's required more time. And once I done with basic reprojection, what else I can do? I don't know, should we? So it's 19 million polygons. if we will use subdivision, one-step subdivision, it will give us almost 80, 90 million, 4 times more. Maybe actually I can try to subdivide once, reproject details, step back to subdivision 0, delete high, so remove any subdivision, and in that case mesh maybe will better follow the topology. This required an insane amount of time. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I use blues. It's CPU. Wow, it's slow. But okay, let's wait a little bit. Any questions from people who are live? And this is not so small PC actually, so it's not the latest AMD. It's a previous series, but still it's time consuming. Sometimes I have a feeling that on Intel with 19 cores it can be faster. I don't know. Still projecting, good. Shisa. Yeah, we still need to... I will show idea of how I'm planning to clean up these areas. Oh, yeah, fine. Amazing. So now, yeah, I have reprojection and I need to check all areas like this because I need to fix them. How we can do... So as you can see, projecting such high resolution meshes. Oh yeah, what for example? Good example. So how it's possible to speed up after save? Yeah, it's nice. Let's actually save. Just in case. So I will use masking, and that will require much less. And for that, I paint the mask, do inversion, maybe masking. Sharpen the mask. should I? No, maybe better blur mask. And for using smooth brush, and maybe like this, geometry subdue project all do kind of perfect. This one, let's deselect. Invert. Maybe mask. Unmask this area. Masking. Blue mask. Shrink. Sharpen. Shrink. I think it's okay. Or instead of using brush, I can use deformation and use small polish. And maybe project the distance. No, like this. We need to enable that project. Yes, almost. What? No, I think I made mistake with smoothing the brush. Masking. Shrink, sharpen, shrink. Let's deformation. Now project details. And I'm going for every corner and fixing. Maybe in this step I probably will do one more time polish something 2, 3, 5, just in case I know that it's a lot of, and again reproject the whole because it should be faster than cleaning one by one. So I'm going to manual pause only after I did automatically fix as much as possible. So at the end it will be something like this. So the same, almost near the same, wait, not this one. So you can see it's not so far from original mesh. It's almost perfect. Even this area, I think they use it some sort of molding or something to create this clay schisa before they will paint. And at this moment it's actually possible to export this mesh back to reality capture and bake texture to work with this texture. But as soon as I remember, it's actually, wait, it's not so noisy, the paint, as it actually on my scan. So what I need, what I want at this moment, I want to smooth these areas a little bit. And for that I will use masking and layers. Because, yeah, I will show you. Sorry, let's first check that we still have our UVs. Yeah, we still have them. Let's see. Lines. Yeah, we still have them. They sort of relax it. And now, yeah, now it's more like a manual work. We create the layer and start to the paint mask. Where we have this glossy paint. Oh, it's correctly named in English. Oh, so mask number 1. Masking. Let's grow the mask. Grow the mask. Grow the mask. Let's invert. Deform. And let's use polish by crisp edges. Maybe it's not so nice. Would I actually use it? Polish to 100%? Let's see. Ah, no. Yeah, I forgot. I will not use polish. I will use reprojection. And I will use reprojection to from our middle steps. Polishing. Oh my god. Micro polish. Sometimes it's become too slow. Okay, we need to wait for a while. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to like. If you really like. No, it's definitely my PC is not so fast. It's already 9 p.m. here in Japan. Can I cancel this? Cancel, please. Do anyone have any questions? Maybe? I think we only have about 30 minutes, so I can answer some of your questions. Maybe not related to this scan. Yeah, micro polish is yeah, every time I catch it. But yes, what we can do at this moment. She saw. Oh. It was mistake. Okay, we can close mesh lab. We don't need it. Come on. Not yet. Not yet. It will be really nice if ZBrush, Blender, Houdini. Oh yeah, finally. Can implement this triangle subdivision instead of limiting only to Catmull-Clark open subdivision. Because in that case we can do almost everything in one application and use these subdivision tricks that are possible in, okay, this one. By the way, can it give me switch to, yes, okay. Or should I use this one? No, maybe it's better use this one. And let's do projection. Hide. Deformation and 10. That's fine. Okay, let's do another one and call the day. Or maybe we'll try to export. So this part I not yet made for my scan cleanup yet. Oh, I have this small error here. Oops. Maybe it will fix in same moment. No. Okay, sorry. I need to fix this first. Geometry reprojection. Project on. Disable. What? I think. No, 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 no. This one. I chose the wrong side. Okay. Maybe some faster way to paint these patches, but masking, 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 grow mask, grow mask, sharpen, grow, 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 invert, subtool, original, project. Oh, no, not this one, not this one. This one. Project. Again, deformation, relax. Let's say 20. And so let's imagine that I did with all of these patches. And now I can go to the layers and change the opacity of the layer to something like 0.5. And it should flatten, maybe no, 0.75. And it will flatten, but will not flatten to completely flatten way. So I can control just in case, so like I somewhere in the middle process I check this and want to resume. In that case I should set it back to 1 and enable recording. After that I can resume this etc. Let's disable recording. 75. I also have one idea, maybe to use this mesh or maybe use, so maybe create one more proxy subtool object where I will try to find some smooth settings for these areas that I will use as a reprojection source. So I don't want to have too much high frequency and have too much lower frequencies because they will look weird. So it should be something in between. So that thing I need to think about if I really want to make this scan shine. But for this stream, I think it's enough. And let's save this as obj, and let's try to import to reality capture. We will not bake textures. Let me think, maybe I have something to show. But probably no. Okay, she's a reality capture. Okay, let's copy. Let me. I still need, just in case I need this 7 to close. OBJ file 1.4 million RC info. And okay, import model, same as XMP. Okay, let's try. If I not made any mistake, then mesh should be placed exactly on the same position in the scene, and after that I can just bake textures and work with these textures. But as I already mentioned, that in this specific scan I actually don't really need to do anything with textures, maybe except removing some dust, just in case I don't want this dust to be on the final output. Maybe do some de-shadowing, maybe generate some roughness texture for these areas, but I don't, not really sure. Yeah. What? I think I exported the wrong one. Oh, imported the wrong one. Import model. zBrush 90 million. Export. Yeah, my fault. This all, yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Without copying. So, except of these slow steps, because we working with high polygon mesh with not a low polygon mesh. This workflow can require more time, but the good thing that this low polygon mesh that we UV'd can also be used as a low poly output, and technically it's nothing wrong or to reproject textures from high polygon mesh from source. Yeah, it's actually nice. Yeah, we have single UV. It's again up to you how much UDIMs you want to have. What we can do unwrap. Let's bake the charts. Bake the charts in UV set UV unwrap dialog. You can kind of render the mask with UV islands, and it's usually the fastest way to check UVs in, yeah, so, and it actually can be used for some post-processing for, how to say, for solidify, for example, or maybe for some deshadowing. Okay. So it's possible to transfer, but let's see, maybe it's not so slow. Texture reprojection for samples. We don't need, not displacement, not normals. Distance is custom from model number. For color layer. Okay, let's see. It actually should be not so slow. Video encode CPU. That was I like reality capture because they use multi-threading. They use vectorized math everywhere they can, and that's the main reason why it's still use CPU and still fast and faster than most of other tools. Model texture. Yep, we have texture. Wow, it's fast. And as you can see, this texture I can easily work in Photoshop. Yeah, I see some shadows that can be maybe fixed. So I can use simple rubber stamp or how its name, healing brush tool, my favorite tool for this kind of works. And I can do this without substance, without Mari. Yeah, I still have some blurred areas, and that thing I actually planned to do later, but it's a topic for another stream, not this one. Yeah, so as you can see, 90 million polygon mesh with pretty nice UVs that are human readable, and I can change texture. Actually, one thing that I will need to do, or convert this mesh from with this texture from Profoto color space into another desired color space, or sRGB in case of using old render engines, or into ACES. Profoto have almost the same white gamut as ACES have. So next step, what I will do, I think, yeah, that's something I will tell you in some other streamings. So for today, me and that nice smiling Shiza saying goodbye. It was a nice experience for me. I hope it was nice for you. See you next time. Same place on my channel. And goodbye to everyone. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.